How to make 1K in a month? I really need it. I also have money to invest if needed. Okay, that's kind of tough to answer. Um, you want to make 1K in a month. Question is, how much do you have? Whether is it $100, $500? But honestly, I mean, long story short, that's why we made Token Metrics, right? So I would say if you have 1K, I mean, honestly, like, I probably should not even be telling you this, but because we're a crypto family, we love you. I would sign up for Token Metrics 14-day free trial and do short-term trading, price predictions, TA, find what our team basically says on the ratings, also our newsletter with Bill. I mean, with 2 weeks, I think you can definitely, especially in alt season, you can definitely do pretty well, right? And I think because lots of people have done that and they've ended up paying for the entire year's subscription just based on the research we have, right? So honestly, I think that would be the easiest way, honestly. And the best case is if it doesn't work in 2 weeks, you don't lose any money. I mean, so it's literally a win-win, right? Anything else to add to that, Bill?
Sure. So particularly with this idea of the robo-advisor going from concept to, you know, the actual drawing board, like we're going to build it like the Apollo moon rocket. You want to be in a situation where you've practiced looking at our data, following our research, watching indexes rebalanced, seeing something like Chainlink follow a price prediction and human analysis, and then Moon. The more practice you get, okay, so it's a semi-shameless sales pitch. It's a lot less shameless, actually, with Chainlink, that if you practice using what we have to offer, right, which encompasses a wide range of analytical, human analysis, discussion groups with private clients, the better you get at it, when it's really time to launch, you'll make more than $1,000. So I understand it. I get it. You need to make money. And if you can put the time in and learn, then you'll get your 1,000. And then you'll put another 0 on the end, right? But all the great market people will always tell you that you got to put in the work. And the great news is, yes, there is some work with Token Metrics, but there's a lot less work than sitting around with like 700 altcoins on a dashboard trying to figure out which one to look at.
Yeah. I mean, well said. And especially with the indices, I mean, because honestly, the indices can, because going back to the indices here, let me just share my screen. Just bear with me for a second. Okay, right. So these are the. So if you're looking to be a trader short term, right? All these indices, the best one is the price prediction, right? It's now almost up 600%. Then next one is trader monthly TA. That's up 200%, right? And if you compare that versus Bitcoin, Bitcoin has not gone anywhere, right? So I mean, right now, being a trader, active portfolio management, whatever you want to call it, and having not just Bitcoin, having a diversified basket of altcoins has panned out, right? So, and I think that's definitely, I mean, that's why we've had the 14-day free trial for a while as a promotion. But I mean, as mentioned before, this month it will be ending. So we highly encourage you to sign up for the free trial if you've not yet done so, because I mean, the free trial is really you giving everything a test drive to make sure this works for you, right? Because for example, if you got into Chainlink, that probably paid for your entire subscription, right? Or if you got into Band or into Bancor, right? So I mean, and most important of all, this helps save you money during a correction, especially I think the price prediction models, right? Because kind of as people were talking about earlier, right now it's making money on Chainlink, but it's also hedging if there's a correction, because half the portfolio is in cash, half the portfolio is in stablecoins, right? Because just think about that for a second. It's basically, if the market were to dip the next 1 to 2 weeks and there was a colossal crash, this price prediction index would not be damaged too much because half the portfolio is in cash. It has dry powder waiting to buy any dips, right? So if the market corrects 30%, guess what? It won't be too affected. It would buy the dip. But if the market keeps on going, guess what? It has Chainlink, and it has Matic and some other altcoins as well, right? So it's really a good hedge. And I know it's kind of confusing to some people, but because as we were entering August, there was lots of uncertainty in terms of whether this alt season, this DeFi bubble would keep on bubbling up, or whether there'll be a huge correction. And we talked about how Bitcoin was turning bullish. Bitcoin could go to 16,000, and if that happens, there could be an alt bleed. So having the price prediction index hedge, actually, to me on our team, made us even more confident, because it was doing something that a professional trader would do without being trained, right? So I think that's definitely something to definitely look into. And with that being said, I mean, I think that's probably the best way to possibly make money on the 1K. Obviously not financial advice. We're all adults here, I assume, right? So do your research, but that's why we have our research as well, okay? Tell us what you think down in the comments below.